Very nice. Alright. I'm more excited about this than I should be because I had to switch. I had to switch what OBS I was using. Because originally I was just using the Twitch OBS because that was just easiest. Um, but yeah, that looks good. That looks good. So, but okay, so playing chapter 2 of Scarlet Hollow now. If you didn't watch the last one, I do have it on my YouTube channel. It's under the same name. However, don't get attached to the dog. I made a mistake. Alright, cool. Yeah, we'll do a recap of episode 1 for anyone new. The long-lost cousin, the bad news, the 26 hours of bus rides with countless late-night stops and seedy depots that would have felt unsafe even in the middle of the day. You wouldn't normally find yourself traveling like this, but your cousin bought the tickets. The funeral of Pearl Ann Scarlet, your cousin's mother and your aunt, seemed like something you shouldn't ignore, even considering your own late mother's rocky relationship with this side of the family. It's the bus girl! Tabitha's my favorite character. Welcome to our family's humble estate. Unfortunately, due to the current state of the house, only a few rooms will be safely accessible during your stay. I wouldn't go wandering anywhere else if you value your limbs. The floors have been known to give out. So, as Stella mentioned, she's famous? Haha. Oh, Avery, I'm not famous. Look, if you're not gonna go around tooting your own horn, you know I'm gonna do it for you. Stella sighs. I'm a YouTuber, aren't we all? She hunts cryptids. That sounded so mean. I didn't mean it like that. Just the irony, I guess. A single deer remains behind, staring down the beam of Stella's flashlight while Gretchen whines and pulls at her harness. Pain. Rot. Decay. You'll eat those words when I come carrying a mountain lion corpse out of these woods at dawn. Come on, you, whatever your name is, grab the flashlight and help me line up a good shot. As the creatures in the tree line grow louder and more numerous, Gretchen violently strains against her harness. You dive to the flashlight and swing your body towards the woods. I said, aim the damn thing! Quick. Perfect. Wait, where's Gretchen? Sorry. Where's my dog? Welcome home. Look at her! She's so beautiful. Oh my god, I didn't notice the braids and the curlers. My grandmother called them ditchlings, and they are a terrible omen, a sign of great suffering and destruction to come. From the comfort of Stella's guest room, the events of the past evening seem like something that happened to someone else, though you can still clearly picture the terror you felt in those moments. For now, you're safe and you're warm. Tuesday morning awaits. Wake up. You open your eyes. The sun has risen, the birds are singing, you are still alive, and for now, you are safe. Oh, not the Gretchen figurine! Your gaze wanders across the unfamiliar room to the window and the woods beyond, and you wonder if the monsters are lurking just beyond the trees, ready to pounce as soon as you leave the comfort of your new friend's family home. You can't help but remember the sight of pale faces jeering at you as they carried Gretchen's poor little body into the underbrush. A knock at the front door. Your morbid thoughts are interrupted by a distinctly unhappy voice filtering through the house and past the closed door of your bedroom. Where the hell is Ren? My favorite girl! I'm saying. I love her. Oh, hey Tabby. There's a fresh pot of coffee on the table if you want to come in. No, I'm just here to check in on my cousin. Let's make this quick. I have a lot on my plate today. You're barely decent. It might be mildly scandalous if people saw you like this. Who? The girl who you were in a horror experience last night and your cousin? Salt her up. Finish getting dressed and calmly collect yourself. You calmly collect yourself while Tabitha fumes outside your door. Are you sure you don't want to visit for a bit? You don't have to run around being the big boss this week of all weeks. You should let yourself... I'm fine. Thanks. Bryn, I know you're here. Where the hell are you hiding? Now, sufficiently prepared to greet other civilized humans, you open the door and join them in the living area. Morning. How'd you sleep? What exactly did the two of you get up to last night? We went up to the woods to film a video. Never mind. I don't actually want to know. What I do want to know is why on earth you decided to blow me off to spend the night with a stranger. Honestly, I kind of forgot I promised to come back. Look, last night was a lot, Tabby. There's something horrible out in those woods, and I don't think anyone in this room wanted Ren walking up that mountain alone last night. Stella, would you mind giving me a moment? I'm sorry, I'm just too happy to see Tabitha. Stella, would you mind giving me a moment alone with my cousin? And while you're at it, please stop calling me Tabby. We're not in high school anymore. Yeah, alright. Say sorry. Sorry, Stella, but I should probably talk to Tabitha in private. Yep, totally understandable. Just let me know when y'all are done. Thanks. You've been in town for less than a day, and my stress is already through the roof. I mean, I get it. Stella got you all worked up, and you were too scared to walk home. Sure, whatever, that checks out. But I don't care if those woods are chock full of ghouls and ghosties. You had me worried sick. Oh, she cares. From now on, you're back at the estate by bedtime. No more impromptu sleepovers. All the dog stuff makes me sad. Yeah, sure. I'm sorry, it won't happen again. Oh, that is slightly disturbing to look at. Good. I'm glad we could have this talk. Hopefully you'll treat my time with... Hopefully you'll treat my time with the respect it deserves from here on out. Speaking of, I've got places to be. I better see you back at the estate tonight. You hear Stella's voice call out from another room. Wait, Tabby, let me know if you're free sometime, okay? Tabitha sighs. You're relentless. We'll see, but don't get your hopes up. Hey, you good? Sorry about Tabby. She totally blindsided me. I couldn't care less what Tabitha thinks. I get that. We went through a lot last night, but I don't think she really gets that, and I can't say I blame her. Tabby's going through a lot too. I know it's hard, but you might want to cut her some slack. Anyway, sorry for the weird awakening. I've been up for a little while, but was hoping to let you get a little extra sleep. But you're up now, and we've got a full day ahead of us if we're going to get to the bottom of this. How are you so chipper? You shouldn't be okay right now. Am I coming off as chipper? Yikes. I guess I should... Yikes. I guess I'm just used to when your brain runs faster than your mouth can talk. Am I coming off as chipper? Yikes. I guess I'm just used to compartmentalizing things. And we have something important to focus on right now. I'll have time to process what happened last night when we get to the bottom of what happened in the woods. I wonder... So she says the ditchlings, the friend's mom, I think her name was Sybil, right? That was in the, that was in the review. They were called ditchlings, and she says that they don't attack people, but I wouldn't be surprised if the game does end up killing off the farmer guy instead of the dog if you choose the other route. I don't wanna... What? My nose is so itchy. You shouldn't just bury your feelings like that. They're meant to be felt. Ren, please don't push me on this. Let me handle it the way I handle it. Alrighty, boss. Alright, boss, what's the game plan? First things first, I was planning on swinging by the library. Kanika's got a head start on us. It looks like she's already there. Oh, that reminds me. Let me set up a group chat. What's your number? 555-000. None of your business. A text message from Stella to you and Kanika. It reads, group chat. Hopefully we can find out more about ditchlings from some of the older local books there. I've also got a couple of threads cooking on my cryptid forums, but who knows if that'll pan out. Anyway, daylight's burning, so let's roll out as soon as you finish getting dressed. Can we eat first? Don't worry about it. I packed all sorts of snacks for the day, and Astra totally won't mind if we eat at the library. Alright. Alright, but the snacks better be good. And if, as if you even need to worry. Look at them! They dress so funky. In a good way. The walk to town was short. Stella's house is barely a stone's throw from what remains of Scarlet Hollow's once bustling main street. You shudder as you stare down the thoroughfare, both from the chill in the morning air and the all-too-present memories of everything you witnessed last night. You see that building labeled Town Hall? That's actually the library. Well, it's also the Town Hall, but that's just a small upstairs office nowadays. I guess this town's not what it used to be. Oh, hey! Morning, Stella, and the same to you, Ren. Speak of the devil, we were just talking about you. Coming from Stella's, huh? Did y'all have a slumber party? Sorry y'all, but I'm actually in a bit of a rush this morning. I really can't stop to chat. Where's her? She needs a jacket. It'll take me a bit to set up, so if you want to catch up with folks or grab something at the diner, you can meet me at the library when you're done. Yes. See you in a bit. Oh, sure. See you in a bit, Stella. Cool. See you soon. Whoa, she always has time to chat. And I don't think I've ever seen her without Gretchen. Yeah, about that. Is she feeling okay? Oh, Stella and Ren just got up to a bit of trouble last night, that's all. You can't just drop something like that and leave me hanging. What happened, Ren? Tell him. I don't see why. Jeez, nosy much. I hardly know you. I love that you can be the, like, worst person. Stella and I went into the woods to try and find a skunk ape, but we ran into something way worse. Actual monsters. Sybil said that they're called ditchlings, but whatever they are, they took Gretchen and have been mutilating the local wildlife. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Slow down. Something took Gretchen? No wonder Stella ran off like that. I can corroborate, at least with regard to their encounter. I may not have been out there with them, but I've seen their footage, and they encountered something otherworldly in those woods. Well, whatever it was that happened out there, you're clearly a little shaken up. I like his pants. Tell you what, I'm on break for the next half hour. How about you swing by the diner, Winnie can fix you some of Sybil's new blend, and try to calm your nerves. It's chocolate and lemon balm. It always helped me on the bad days. And if you need to talk about what happened, I'm all ears. Anyways, it's up to you. See you around, man. See you, Sybil. Take care now, Avery. I don't see why we wouldn't tell them about it. I'd better get back to it myself. I'm glad I was able to catch you this morning, if only to see how you were holding up. Please don't hesitate to stop by if I can be of any help. Wait, do you know anything else about ditchlings? I know you said you didn't know much beyond these stories, but I'm afraid that's still true. But I'm sure that you and Stella have what it takes to get to the bottom of things. I'm so sorry to cut our conversation short, but I've got things that need tending to. Stay safe, and God bless. You know in yourself when you get that as a goodbye. Stella said you had some time to kill before she finished setting up. Swing by the diner. You head towards the diner. Oh, it's the same old man. The diner is a little quiet today, but the air is so heavy with the tantalizing smell of breakfast. Look at them! Talk to Avery. Yes! Oh, coffee? You slide into the booth across from Avery. Hey there, stranger. Before you can exchange words, Winnie sidles up, a fresh mug of tea in hand. I heard you might need this. The answer to 29 down is oink, by the way. What? But the clue is pen sound. How's that a sound a pen makes? Wait, pen like pig pen? Are you kidding me? How was I supposed to guess that? I don't know why you even bother with those things. They're just gonna frustrate you. It's just something to do to fill the time. But maybe I should switch to Sudoku. Winnie leaves Avery contemplating daily newspaper puzzles, returning to her seat behind the counter. So, thanks for telling me about last night. If you really want to get into the grisly details, you can tell me. I won't judge. I did not enjoy that sound. You hesitantly take a sip of your tea. It tastes like you're drinking mold that someone tried to unsuccessfully spruce up with lemon balm. Politely put the tea down and never pick it back up. You politely put the tea back down, never intending to pick it back up, but nobody needs to know that. I probably should have warned you about the tea. Chaga does not mess around. It's a fungus harvested from local birch trees. It's supposed to be super healthy for you, and it sure tastes like it. It's a challenging drink. If you don't believe me. And I could tell you about last night, but what if you don't believe me? I'm not here to judge. I'm here to listen. Alright, tell them. Them. You feel like I should just say them instead of shortening it, because it might be misinterpreted. You spill the beans, glad to have someone to talk to about the horrors you've witnessed. Whoa, that is some heavy stuff. No wonder Stella seemed distant. Can Winnie hear us? I can't believe Gretchen is really gone. Seemed like that dog was gonna live forever. And monsters in the woods? I may not have lived here long, but I've never heard of anything like that happening around these parts. I can't say I like the thought of it. Do you regret moving here? I don't think I have the choice to have second thoughts. I'm not going anywhere without Aunt Winnie, and there's no way she's leaving this place. Oh, that's his aunt? Maybe? I didn't peg you as a transplant. I hadn't pegged you as a transplant. Where are you from? I moved here from Charlotte. Gosh, 3 years ago now? Maybe a little more. I've lost track. Charlotte, North Carolina? Or is that in South Carolina? Aunt Winnie offered me a place to stay and a job, and who was I to pass on that sort of generosity? To be honest, it still feels like I just moved in. Practically everyone apart from the Cole folks grew up in this town, so it's like I'm the perpetual new kid. Not anymore! I'm the new one now. Don't get me wrong, folks here are plenty polite and friendly, but there's a shared history I'll never be part of. Maybe you're more at home here than you think. Stella really talked up your party yesterday. I don't think she'd have done that if she didn't think you were really part of the town. Could be that you're getting in your head about fitting in. Hey, you know, thanks. I hadn't actually thought about it like that. Okay. Why'd you leave Charlotte, if you don't mind me asking? Nah, it's cool. I was having some issues with my folks about my education, which, wasn't great. Especially since I was so stuck under the roof. My aunt heard about it. She offered me a job and a place to stay, and the rest is history. We're on the case, but I hardly know where to start. Let me know if you hear anything. Definitely. Oh man, it looks like my shift is starting. Hopefully the Chagas had a chance to start working its magic. The diner is where everyone comes to gossip, so I hear a lot about what goes on around here. I'll let you know if anyone mentions those monsters or anything else strange or unusual. Avery slips out of the booth, giving a friendly half-wave before disappearing into the back. You leave the diner ready to continue your day. Swing by the general store. Oh, who's that? I like the hair. This is your first time seeing the general store in the light of day. We came through last night? A young man sits at the table by the register, too preoccupied with his phone to care that you stepped in. Stop it with the peanuts! Throw them in the trash. What you doing there, buddy? What you doing on your phone? Games. You probably haven't heard of them. Hi, I'm Ren. I just got to town yesterday. Yeah, I know. Mom told me. What's your name? Miles. Stop it with the fucking peanuts. See you, Miles. Miles didn't respond as you turn and leave the general store. Why would you steal any... What? Okay, go into the library. You enter the former town hall. What once must have been a stately foyer has since been converted into rows of shelves. Meeting rooms and offices long ago gave way to assorted reference collections and reading areas. Look at them! Oh, hey, you made it. Settle in. You head over to Stella and Kanika's table and settle in. Ooh, I love the way she did her hair. A coworker of mine actually did this recently with her hair. Glad you found the place. Hey, Ren, you look tired. I'm still amped up on adrenaline, actually. I've never done a Scooby-Doo before. Oh, shit. Some creepy old guy with a real estate scheme and a bad costume is at least a little more believable than monsters and curses. There's scones on the table. Or cheese. That'd honestly be a relief at this point. We're in North Carolina. That's good to know. I figured we were somewhere in the South the way everyone was talking. Anyways, I guess we should get started. Hey there, strangers. And a literal stranger. Sup? The peanuts are the bane of my existence. Should have beat that man with them when he gave them to me. Introduce. Hi, I'm Ren. I'm Tabitha's cousin. I'm in town for the funeral. Oh, I should have known you were Scarlet. You look so much like Vivian. Not that I knew her very well. I was still a little kid when she left. That Scarlet resemblance, it's, strong. Just, I'm Oscar Gutierrez, chief librarian, and only librarian. Oscar's amazing. He practically built this library from scratch. Yeah, I'm a little jealous of what the kids around here get to grow up with. They don't know how good they have it. Back when I was in elementary school, all the library had was a couple shelves of boring books donated by old people. It's the worst. Y'all are too kind. But speaking of kids, have either of you seen Rosalina around town? I don't want to be a helicopter dad, but she hasn't been answering my texts, and I wanted to make sure she isn't getting into trouble out there. You know the crowd she hangs around with. They're good kids at heart. I'm sure they're just up at the old Maxwell... Huh? I'm sure they're just up at the old Maxwell place doing teen stuff. Sit, please. Right. I went up there plenty of times in my day, but I'll be sure to keep my eyes peeled. What's the old Maxwell place? It's this great old abandoned spot. We used to hang out there when we were teens. I can't believe I used to be so reckless. The floors there were like Swiss cheese. Like this cheese on the table? I should really have a talk with Rosalina when she gets home. Say nothing. You say nothing and let the others talk. Oh, are her nails done? How do I... I forgot how... Stop. H. H? Is that what I want? Yes. Her nails are so cute. I think these are supposed to be scones. You say nothing and let the others talk. You might not want to let her run off like that anymore, though. It's not as safe as it usually is around here. Is that so? Kanika's right. There's some weird stuff going on out in the woods. That's actually why we came in today. Have you ever heard of creatures called ditchlings? They're a type of cryptid that shows up around places on the brink of disaster. They kind of look like if the Pillsbury Doughboy was a creepypasta. Damn, I haven't heard that word in a while. Kanika's mom told us about them last night after seeing some footage we got in the woods. Ditchlings? Doesn't ring a bell. Dang, worth a shot. Okay, if you were, say, trying to predict a horrible disaster that might befall our town, where would you start looking? Well, they say history repeats itself, so I'd probably try and figure out what sort of disasters this region typically falls prey to. Should I be worried about something? I don't know yet. I'll be right back. Gonna go grab some more books. I'm pretty sure Stella's barking up the wrong tree, Oscar. I don't think you have to worry about any horrible calamity befalling the town. But she's right about the weird stuff. There's definitely something unusual going on out in those woods. You don't believe in the supernatural stuff? After the ship we saw? Why is that an option? Whatever's out there in the woods have been brutalizing the local wildlife. I don't think it's safe. I'm gonna try calling Rosalina again. Rosalina? Rosalina. He's Hispanic. It's probably Rosalina. Rosalina. I'm sure she's fine. Really. Rosalina's a smart kid. She knows better than to go around getting into trouble. And we'll make sure to keep our eyes peeled. Thanks, Kanika. Anrin, if you see a 13-year-old girl with a black braid and glasses, would you let her know her dad is worried about her? Oscar anxiously wanders off, phone in hand. Got him. Just grabbed a whole mess of local history books. Stella sets a massive pile of books on the table and pulls up a chair. Alright. This is going to be so much faster with the two of you here to help out. Got our snacks, got our source documents. Let's get this research party started. Reading awaits. Oh, look at that! It's so cute. Oh. Ooh. Flip through Appalachian folk monsters. Flip through Silas Scarlet, soldier, woodsman, leader. Flip through veins of Scarlet, a history of the Scarlet Hollow coal mines. Ooh. You good? Appalachian folk monsters. A few entries catch your eye. Wampus cat, a large cat-like creature with a loud, howling voice, often said to sound like a woman crying out in pain. Tommyknockers, enigmatic, crave-dwelling creatures, primarily known for causing mischief. Talipo, a small creature with a long tail and wide yellow eyes. Tommyknockers. Tommyknockers originated in Cornish mythology, spreading to the United States when Cornish immigrants began working in Appalachian mines. They're named for the knocking that can be heard from seemingly within the walls before a cave-in. Oh, well, that's just the sound of everything else falling. According to some, the knocking serves as a benevolent warning. Others believe that the creatures take stolen hammers to take the supports of mines and collapse them on whoever is unfortunate enough to still be inside. They're traditionally thought to be impish, leprechaun-like beings, but some claim they are the spirits of dead miners, forever cursed to haunt their final resting place. I mean, creepy shit happens in mines all the time, but logically it's probably just the sound of other things in the mine collapsing. Oh, Wampus cat. Often linked to Cherokee legends, some cite the Wampus cat as originating with the story of a woman who sought vengeance against a monstrous cat demon for driving her husband mad. She hunted it down and, by wearing a bobcat mask, tricked it into using its own vile magic on itself, freeing the people of their region from its evil. Others say the creature comes from the story of a woman who wore the pelt of a wild cat to witness forbidden hunting rites. The hunters of her village gathered to perform the rites, and she watched in secret from underneath the cat's pelt, but was soon discovered. For her indiscretion, she was fused with the pelt, and transformed into a creature that was neither human nor cat, forced to wander the wilderness alone, feared by all. Her calls are those of great sadness, and serve as a warning to anyone who dares go against tradition. Hedipo. There is a hunter who lived in a tiny cabin in the middle of the woods, all alone with his hunting dog. One night, after a particularly bad week of hunting, both their stomachs empty, the hunter spied something out of the corner of his eye. Some small creature had gotten into the cabin through a hole, and before he could even figure out what it was, he'd drawn his gun and fired at the thing, his hunger guiding his actions. But it was quick, and ran back through its hidey hole and out of sight, leaving only its long black tail shot off by the hunter's rifle. "Guess this'll have to do," he said to his dog, and threw the tail into a pot to cook a soup. He and his dog ate well that night, the tail filling them both up. The hunter crawled into bed, satisfied, and his dog curled up at his feet. He woke up to the sound of long nails scrambling across wood. His dog was nowhere in sight, only a rumpled spot on the covers where he'd been, and in the gloom he saw two big yellow eyes staring right at him. "I want my Talipo." A high, hoarse voice croaked from the darkness. "Go away!" he screamed at the thing. But it stepped closer to him, still shrouded in darkness, the sound of long claws dragging across hard wood, accompanying its movements. "I want my Talipo." Is that supposed to be Talipo? "My Talipo." The creature growled again. "Talipo." "I'll get my dog after you," the hunter squeaked, his voice catching in his throat with fear, but there was no dog to be seen. "I want my Talipo." Before the hunter could so much as scream, the creature leapt from the darkness, long claws stretched out toward the hunter. No one is sure what the creature did to him that night, but the next morning all that remained of the hunter, his dog, and his cabin was a chimney standing alone in the woods. Alrighty, done with that book. You close the book and put it back. Ooh, nice. Lines. Forced into retirement at age 50 due to a war injury from his time in the Indian Wars, exasperated by his short stint serving as a captain in the Confederacy, Silas Scarlet... Aw, shit, man. We're in North Carolina, it makes sense. Silas Scarlet also lost his eldest two sons to the bloodiest of wars, leaving his third eldest son, Andrew Jackson Scarlet, to take charge of the mine. Really? Under his leadership, the mine prospered, undoubtedly in part due to the growth of the railroad industry. Managed to evade the coal union for decades, making them one of the most profitable mines in the country. Andrew Scarlet built the surrounding town into what it is today. With expensive stone buildings, a bustling main street, and overseeing it all, the elegant Scarlet estate that was, until 1895, the largest and finest feat of architecture in the region. Culminating in the tragic collapse of 1918, it was found that Charles Shaw, the co-manager of the mine, had loosened security measures to increase production during World War I, resulting in the fatal collapse and the deaths of over 160 men and boys, some as young as 10. The casualties included Andrew Jackson Scarlet. I can't even take that seriously! Andrew fucking Jackson. The casualties included Andrew Jackson Scarlet's son, Theodore, his brother Enoch V, Enoch B. Scarlet, who had taken over for their aging father during the bustling of the war. What did I just read? The casualties included Andrew Jackson Scarlet's son, Theodore, his brother Enoch B. Scarlet, who had taken over for their aging father during the bustle of the war, managed to pull the mine from the brink of ruin, thereby saving the town. So this is how your family made its fortune. Off the backs of others. Up through Silas Scarlet, soldier, woodsman, leader. Silas Everett Scarlet was born to Colonel Everett J. Scarlet in 1818, one of 12 siblings. He grew up in eastern North Carolina during a tumultuous time in the state's history, and not much and not much is known about his life before he joined the army in 1836, right at 18. He quickly rose through the ranks, in part due to his father's connections, but also due to a particular ruthlessness, for which he received the nickname Bloody Silas Scarlet. The federal government granted the now Captain Silas a tract of bounty land in exchange for his service in the Indian War, and he settled into the hills of North Carolina in 1841. That land would become Scarlet Hollow. But it started as a simple log cabin built by Silas's own two hands, occupied by his family of 10, Silas, his wife Mary Joseph Scarlet, and their 8 children. Logging business brought many workers and fellow landowners to the hills, but it wasn't until Silas discovered rich seams of coal running underneath the entire region that Scarlet Hollow was really put on the map. He saved what he could and bought the surrounding hillside at a great discount, cleverly hiding that he knew about the land's true value. Thus, he had all the resources to found Scarlet Hollow's now famous coal mine. You're finished with this one. Well, that's all the books. I think I'm all done. Let's check in. Alright, if we're going with what Kanika's mom told us last night, I think we can rule out any natural disasters as what brought the ditchlings here. But not nuclear incidents. Looks like our state has a history with those. What about y'all? Find anything? Oh, a handsome boy! Before you can respond, a handsome black cat leaps onto the table. Stella quickly slams her book shut. Aw, hey Pixel. You might want to close your book. He loves to rip up any paper he can find. You shut your mouth, Pixel. That's weird. Stella's here, but Gretchen isn't. That's fine, as long as she brought the good stuff. Don't worry, little guy. I didn't forget your treats. Oh, yes, in nap time. Crunch, crunch. Sorry, Pixel's bothering y'all. Hopefully he hasn't gobbled up any of your books. He can't stand the thought that people might pay attention to anything that isn't him. Aww. Talk to the cat. Hey, Pixel. What do you think about the monsters we saw in the woods? I'm an indoor cat. I don't know nothing about no woods. I gotta change the voice. He's obviously not sophisticated. I'm an indoor cat. I don't know nothing about no woods. I just hang out in the library, especially now that our house got haunted. Pixel says your house is haunted. What's up with that? How did you know? I talk to animals, bitch. Ren is either psychic or she can talk to animals. It's a long story. I like that she just accepts it now. No comment. We've been living in the library for a little bit. It's been great. Way more snacks, way more scritches. Except sometimes there's too much scritches. Hold up. What kind of hunting are we talking about here? Unexplained noises, objects appearing in strange and unfamiliar places. Aw, Oscar, don't get her hopes up like that. She's so pretty! Oh, nothing like that, sorry. The floor of my bedroom just keeps seeping blood, and I've seen a strange figure in the hallway a couple times. Wait, you've seen a full body apparition? Can I see it? Can I see it? Stella, it's probably just a dirty pipe or something. But what if it's a ghost? It's totally a ghost. It's totally a ghost. Let's go bust it. Y'all are more than welcome to check it out. Maybe tomorrow night. Yes, we'll be there. Yeah, that sounds like a fun way to spend an evening. Can't wait to get spooked by some creaky pipes. I'm not gonna insult the cat. You decide to leave Pixel be. Oh, a boy. A baby boy. Jesus. The cat curls up on the table, fast asleep. Alright, I better get back to shelving. Let me know if y'all need anything. Why would there be a cult here? I haven't seen anything about, like, cult activity. Hey, have you had any luck with Rosalina? Haha, not yet. I knew a team would be a handful, but I didn't think it'd happen overnight. I'll probably head out once you're all done and check in on our usual haunts. That was completely incomprehensible on my end. Stella, what was that you were saying about nuclear incidents? You were talking about that Goldsboro thing, right? Yeah. Apparently in the 60s, a B-52 carrying a live warhead broke up midair and dropped a couple of bombs. Fascinating bit of history there. The first of the two bombs landed upright after his parachute got caught in a tree. Thankfully, it didn't go off. At the time, the government claimed that the bomb was unarmed, but it later came out that the only thing preventing a detonation was a single electrical switch which failed to trigger on the descent. And 60 years later, the second bomb still hasn't been recovered. What the fuck? Right, it's convenient. Right, its conventional explosive disintegrated in midair, but most of the nuclear material was made unrecoverable by flooding. If I remember correctly, they just buried it and sealed it up. I don't think I don't think disarming nuclear bombs is part of our skill set. Absolutely not. Also, Goldsboro is about 400 miles from here. I think we're good. That depends. How big are nuclear ranges usually? I'm just saying, you never know with radiation. We actually know quite a bit. It just melts you. It doesn't make monsters. And a 60-year-old bomb isn't going to explode on its own hundreds of miles away here. What? And a 60-year-old bomb isn't going to explode on its own hundreds of miles away and kill us here. You never know. There could always be a whole underground society of bomb-worshipping mutants just waiting to blow it up. I've missed this. Appalachian folk monsters seems appropriate. So, Appalachian folk monsters. Wayne's not a Tommyknocker. Interesting. My mom used to tell me that Tailipo story back when I was little. I can't believe I forgot about that one. It scared me so bad I didn't eat soup for years. I thought a monster might try and dig it out of my stomach if I did. I love that one. There's this old chimney in the woods that I used to think was the chimney from Tailipo, the one that was left after the thing did whatever it did. Now I know it's just because chimneys don't burn down, and wooden houses do. That doesn't mean it's not the chimney from Tailipo. I have camped out there a couple times and seen some pretty spooky stuff. Yeah, I watched that video. You saw raccoons. You're gonna get rabies one of these days chasing after wildlife like that. What can I say? I like to live on the edge. Do you think the ditchlings are Tommyknockers, what with the whole warning thing? Good thought, but Tommyknockers live in mines. That's like their whole thing. I'm gonna write it down though. Tommyknockers are literally just the sound that happens when a bunch of rocks and wood are about to collapse. Are they? Or are they the sound of mysterious creatures pounding on the rocks and support beams with hammers to cause a collapse? There's simply no way to know. Wampus cats. Wampus cats kind of sound like they could be mountain lions. Voice like a woman crying out, somewhere between person-sized and cat-sized. Definitely, they are 100% mountain lions. Kanika, you know there are no mountain lions up here. I thought you were supposed to be a skeptic. But the myths are old, right? Mountain lions didn't go extinct in the Appalachians that long ago. Those legends just haven't died off yet. Almost every cryptid can be tracked down to either a hoax or someone getting confused at a perfectly normal animal. Sometimes both. This is very true, and I will not go into that here because that will be a very long tangent. Bigfoot, for instance, started as a prank, then folks saw bears walking around on their hind legs and got freaked out, and now here we are. You'll eat those words when I get the first clear footage of Bigfoot. If you manage that, I'll print out a piece of paper that says, Bigfoot isn't real, and literally eat it. I promise. I'm holding you to it. They have such a good... What you doing there, Beanie? They have such a good banter. Oh shit, was there? I was not. I was too busy with the dog. Stella, there was literally a mountain lion in the Egyptian's nest last night. Maybe it was a bobcat. They can get pretty big, you know. Moving on then, I guess. So about the coal mines here. Oh, she looks worried. Kanika visibly shudders. I get cold sweats just thinking about being in a place like that. I feel for the guys who work up there. I could never. Speak for yourself. I love a good crevasse. Wayne looked dead. He didn't look dead. He looked like a ghost. Is there any explore options? Ah, there is. What happened after the mine collapse? The book just kind of glosses over that. There was a union for a little bit, but it didn't last. There's not a whole lot written about the past century here. Yeah, the Scarlet Hollow mine isn't exactly the most ethically run business. No offense or anything. I'm sure Tabby runs the mines better than Charles Shaw did. Still hasn't let the union in, though. There's a reason she and I don't talk. Union busted mine collapse from poor working conditions? Color me shocked. Yeah, it's pretty awful. That's what the sculpture out front is for, commemorating all the men and children who died that day. Every kid in Scarlet Hollow learns about the collapse of 1918. Our teachers love to emphasize how many children they had working down there. Probably just try and show us how good we have it or whatever. Low bar, if you ask me. You know, that could be what the Ditchlings are warning us about. Another collapse. We're writing it down on the list of potential disasters. You cute little Ditchling drawing. Yeesh, Stella, that's morbid. And besides, it was all Charles Shaw's fault. The labor market is way more strict now. There's no way you could get away with that kind of safety cutbacks he pulled. Y'all don't actually think the mine is about to collapse, right? No, I don't think so. Whew, got me worried there for a sec. I hate to give Tabitha any credit, but the mine is safer now than it was back then. Still, what a horrible thought. You never know. You guys really seem to have a bone to pick with Charles Shaw. That's what happens when someone directly causes a monumental disaster, especially in a small town like this. People tend to spit when they hear your name. He got run out of town on a rail, you know. And that's not a figure of speech. Back then, they actually tied you to a rail and ran you out of town. There's a big mural over on the far wall. Can I see it? He got off easy, if you ask me. What if the ditchlings are coming from the mines? Don't elaborate. Are there scones or what? They look like scones. Berry scones. Like, maybe there's some sort of subterranean creature the miners accidentally dug up? Not gonna lie, at this point, I'd believe it. It'd certainly take off a bunch of cryptid boxes. The mines have been active for over 150 years. I'd be surprised if they only managed to dig something up now. You guys seem pretty serious about this, huh? What is with the cult thing? Talk about Silas. So, Silas Scarlet. I was thinking that! Yeesh, I figured old money from the south wouldn't be great, but he sure did some things to get where he was, huh? That book is a perfect example of why you should use multiple sources for your research instead of trusting the first thing you read on a subject. Yep, dude was a monster. The mines made a lot of money during the Civil War, too. And you can probably guess which side North Carolinian business owner would be working for. Sorry you related to him. Oh no, he's definitely relevant to whatever's happening right now. It's something to do with the family. I love a good ghost story. Not a ghost story. Mystery. But it does kind of like factor into ghost stories and stuff. Silas seems like a terrible person, but I don't see what that has to do with bad omens or creatures in the woods. I agree. We're talking about ancient history here. Yeah, we probably had better leads. Did I hit the wrong option? Never hurts to have historical context. Alright, let's talk about Wayne. Do you think Wayne factors into any of this? That creep who keeps coming around my mom's tea room? He snuck up on us last night and called out Ren by name. How did he know? Yeah, there's definitely something wrong with him. Maybe he's sick. Maybe that has something to do with what you saw in the woods. I don't know. I'd buy it. I don't like that sound. Woo! Check out the mines! We should check out the mines. Between Wayne, the old collapse, and the fact that the whole town's practically been built around them, it seems like the smartest place to start. Good idea. There's an awful lot of mines-related stuff in my notes. We can poke around, find out if anyone's seen anything weird. Just to clarify, you two are suggesting we go to question some of the miners, right? We are not poking around unprepared in the actual mines, right? Right? Yeah, totally, 100%. I would never. We don't even have a good reason to go down there. Good. Let's keep it that way. You know how I feel about mines. I promise, Neeks, we're just going to question some of the miners. And if that questioning gives us a good reason to poke around, say a cool abandoned coal mine, then we'll cross that bridge when we come to it. You can cross that bridge when we come to it. I'm not going underground. I'm just messing with you. We'll stick to the surface. Yeah, and hopefully we can find out what happened to Wayne while we're at it. That bitch is dead. Ooh, I just noticed they did her edges. Tabata! I'm sure Tabitha's going to love that we're snooping around. Same goes for all of us. Honestly, I can't think of a single person in town Tabitha would be happy to see. Or Tabitha would be happy to see. We just have to make sure we don't get caught. We'll be super sneaky. And I can even keep a lookout. Look at us, going out on a caper together. I missed this. I missed it too. I mean, sure, it's not under the best circumstances, but I've been so wrapped up in running the store, I didn't realize how much I missed being able to hang out with you. Though, there is something missing. Reese. I really miss that dude. I can't believe how long it's been since we've seen each other. Have you seen him lately? Nope. I've tried to plan stuff, but he's been too sick. I didn't realize it was getting so bad. That poor guy. You know, we could just pop over and surprise him. He seemed excited to meet Ren. Maybe we'll finally get him to leave his little cave. Hell yeah, let's do it! Alright, let's roll out. See ya, Oscar. We'll let you know if we run into Rosalina. Thanks, guys. I'll keep y'all posted. Ooh, that's a nice shot. Move that out of the frame. Look at that. That's a nice shot. Reese's home stands at the edge of the forest wall, an isolated buffer cushioning the rest of the town from an unending wilderness. Oh, look at that little hat. She looks so cute. Reese, it's Stella. I brought some buddies, too. Shh, not so loud. He's still sleeping. Can I help you with something? The woman in the doorway stares directly into your eyes. Oh, don't do that. You can practically feel her simmering irritation watching over you. Hi, Dr. Kelly. We were wondering if it would be okay if Reese could come hang out. Nothing strenuous, we promise. I'm not going to wake him up. If he's sleeping, he probably needs it. Whatever you two have planned is probably beyond what he can manage right now. Anyways. Oh, no. Poor Reese. It's just been so long since either of us have gotten the chance to hang out with him. I'm sure he and Ren would get along super well, too. Not the peanuts. We're not gonna... We're just saying hi. Hi, I'm Ren. Vivian's kid. I know who you are. The way she avoids looking at you as she speaks makes you feel like you've done something wrong, even though you're pretty sure you've done nothing at all. Reese's mom turns back to the house, sighing. Sorry, I know that was a little rude. You just want to hang out with Reese, and he misses both of you, too. She sighs again, as if deciding whether to finish her thought. He's usually feeling his best around mid-afternoon. Why don't you come over tomorrow? We can have some supper, and y'all can hang out for a bit. I don't promise that he'll be perky, but I'm sure it'll brighten his spirit to see you two again. And I suppose you can come too, Ren. That'll be great! I can bring a side dish. Maybe deviled eggs? Does he still eat those? No, eggs are a little much for him. They don't settle well. You can leave the cooking to me. I know what he can handle. Okay, I'll bring soda then. That's not... Okay, yes, fine. You can bring soda. Nothing with caffeine. Ginger ale, preferably. Oh, and leave the dog at home. Okay, no dogs. Thanks so much, Dr. Kelly. We'll stop bothering you now. See you later. Oh, that's a cute little belt. Damn, her outfit just pops off. Dr. Kelly nods in acknowledgement and quickly shuts the door. The sound of several locks clicking into place can be heard from within. God, that woman makes me so nervous. Are you okay, Stella? I'm fine. I remember she used to be so nice and carefree when we were kids. She always had the best stickers when we had to get our shots. Maybe she's just stressed about Reese. Or maybe she's just nice to kids. Either way, I guess it's just the three of us. You gonna drive? Yeah, sorry. I don't like the thought of going up there without the van. Cool, I'll take my shortcut then. It shouldn't take long for me to get there. You're welcome to tag along, Ren. Don't worry, I wouldn't be offended if you'd rather ride with Kanika. I'm sure you're probably sick of the woods. Either way works for me. Would that be rude to bring up the car thing? Nah, I just want to ride with Kanika. Talk to her a bit. Yeah. Oh, it's called Mystery Machine. That's so cute. I'll ride with Kanika. See you at the mines. Oh, she's so pretty. Kanika is a careful driver, but her old van still bumps around on the mountain roads. Oh, hold on. Sorry. Oh, it's a Sailor Moon keychain. That's so cute. Thanks for indulging us on that little diversion. Reese's mom is scary. I don't think either Stella or I have seen the guy outside his house for years. I've seen him in person maybe 5 or 6 times in as many years. And I was always in his house, and with his mom right there the whole time. No one even knows what he's sick with. That sort of isolation can't be good for his health, no matter what his mom says. Stella was in a car crash, wasn't she? How'd you figure that one out? I mean, for starters, she tried to refuse a ride back to town after we made it out of the woods. It wasn't the sort of thing someone does unless there's some sort of trauma there. Stella's a pretty open person too, but when I asked her about it after we got dropped off, she brushed it off. And you were pretty quick to change the subject when I asked her about it earlier too. I don't know, it just makes sense. Damn, that's pretty impressive. Not a lot gets past you, huh? I can't believe she actually got into a car last night. She must have been really freaked out. That's how her parents died. Car crash. She was in the car too, just some cuts and bruises. But she doesn't like cars and tries her best to stay away from them. I don't think she's ever going to actually leave this town. Can we stop talking about the dog? Holy shit. Poor Stella. Yeah, and now she's lost Gretchen too. It's not fair. She's such a sweetheart, and so were her folks. Breaks my heart. Ooh, theories. Do you have any other theories on what's going on, aside from what we talked about at the library? I don't know. I don't think there's enough information yet to support any strong conclusions. Though, I've been wondering if what you two saw was maybe some sort of mutated animal, like a strain of hairless monkeys or raccoons or something. Do you know about Morgan Island? It's off the east coast of South Carolina, and there's a whole population of rhesus monkeys infected with herpes, like 4,000 of them. Maybe the ditchlings are some kind of alopecia research monkeys. Which sounds ridiculous now that I've said it out loud. Forget I said anything. What if they're aliens? No, I'd totally buy that. Those weird animals, the not quite human ape-like appearance. Ape-like? Really? Okay, good. Glad I don't sound nuts. I was talking about the general store this morning. I met Miles. What's his deal? He's a teenager. He didn't do anything weird, did he? It was fine. I was just curious. Huh, that's good to hear. Sorry to jump to conclusions. I know you don't have any siblings, but I just wish he would grow up, you know? Feels like I can't trust him to do anything without leaving a mess for me to clean up. Don't get me wrong, he's family and I love the guy, but he sure doesn't make it easy. Have you ever thought about living somewhere else? Yeah, this wasn't the plan, and it still isn't. I was actually a couple years into vet school. Top of my class, might I add, when my dad died. My mom wasn't up for running the store, and you've met Miles. I only wanted to take a semester off, help them get back on their feet. But it's been a year and change now. It's not just about my family, too. The general store, that's the general store. If it winds up going under, it's hard not to imagine the whole town collapsing with it. Maybe I'll get to go back next semester. Okay, yeah. I'd say welcome to the Dead Dads Club, but I don't actually know if my dad is dead. You're funny. Thank you. I bet you'd be a great vet. You'd be a great vet. I've seen how thorough you are about research, and not everyone would care enough about their family to take time off like you did. Oh, shucks. I was really into biology during undergrad, and growing up around Stella and her mom gave me a special kind of love for animals. Alright, I guess we'll talk about Reese. So what's actually going on with Reese? Good question. I wish I knew. His mom's been saying he's sick for years, and it's not like she's wrong about it. He's been a wreck the few times I've seen him. I just find it a little weird that his mom hasn't brought in any outside doctors. At least not any I'm aware of. I mean, she's a doctor, but if your kid's been housebound for this many years, you'd think it was something you'd put a lot more effort into fixing. I don't know. I'm probably just projecting or something. That's rough. Buddy. Yep. Okay, we're not... Alright. You and Kanika sit in comfortable silence for the last few minutes of the ride. She's so pretty. You and Kanika arrive at the mines before Stella. Duh, because we fucking drove. She walked. Stella's probably got another... What? Stella's probably going to be another couple of months. Hey, how was the ride? Did you run here? Yep. Felt like getting a run in. I didn't want to keep y'all waiting. You didn't run into any of those creatures, did you? Nope. That makes sense. They're probably nocturnal. I don't know if I should feel relieved or disappointed. We're all here. What's the plan? I guess we just go talk to people. I guess so. Yeah, I should probably be on lookout duty. I'm a bit of a persona non grata in the mines. Tabitha. Yeah, I might have tried sneaking in to talk to her a time or two too many. We're probably less likely to get caught if only one of us is snooping around down there. To the mines! Talking to people does scare me, but if she doesn't want to go in the mines, I'll do it. I got this. You'll do great. So, the plan. You know those cheesy old rom-coms where somebody wears an earpiece on their first date? Whoa, do you have some kind of surveillance set up in the back of your van that I didn't know about? What? No. I have a pair of earbuds with a really good mic. We can just do a group call. Kanika hands you a pair of earbuds. We can feed you questions if you get stuck, and Stella can give you a heads up if Tabitha's headed your way. Dang, I've missed doing this sort of thing with you. You're so thorough. Aw, thanks. I do my best. I guess we should part ways and start the call, yeah? Stella and Kanika break off, leaving you alone at the entrance to the mines. Your phone buzzes. Hey! Can you hear us? Try saying something. You're loud and clear. Cool, same goes for you. Nothing to do now but enter the work site. Enter. Ooh, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna save. You pass through the unlocked fence and enter the property of the Scarlet Hollow mine. I'm in. I'm in. Alright, Morpheus, good to know. Approach the nearest group of miners. Oh look, it's the old man! You approach the nearest group of miners, a blonde woman, a broad-shouldered man, and an old-timer. Their uniforms identify them as Harrison, Davis, and Zax. I'm assuming that's Harrison. You got a reason to be bothering us? Hi. Hey there, I'm Tabitha's cousin. Yeah, we know. You popped into the diner and just stared at everyone there. That tone you were with made sure we knew who you were. What's that supposed to mean? I was just introducing you. It's polite. How can we help? So put this guy in the bus. I hated that guy in the bus. Seen anything weird lately? Nope, nothing at all. You make sure to tell your cousin that, okay? Maybe letting them know you're related to Tabitha wasn't a good idea. They already knew. Do you know anything about a guy named Wayne? Yeah, we knew him. He was such a cut-up. Miss that dude. Why are you talking about him in the past tense? I met him last night. Good question. Wait, what? No way. Isn't that the guy y'all said was, well, I guess he ain't. And he hasn't even skipped town, huh? Pretty unexpected turn of events, if you ask me. What a relief. Thought something awful had happened to that poor guy. What do you think happened to him? What do you think you are? Some sort of cop? Just tell me what happened. Fuck off. Hey, Zax, come on, man. No, I've been here decades longer than you, and I know bait when I see it. Let's get out of here. Our shift's about to start anyways. Sorry. Oh, fuck. He is dead! I knew it! He looked like a ghost! Miners pack up their things and leave. Maybe it was just me, but they seem to think Wayne was dead, right? It wasn't just you. Don't worry about the miners storming off like that. That's some pretty good info. Approach another group. You head over to the next group of miners. A flash of movement in your periphery stops you in your tracks. There's something lurking in the shadows to your right, and against your better judgment, you turn to face it. You shouldn't be up here. It's dangerous. Your buddies seem to think you're dead. Stay home. Wait for the week to end. Don't keep putting yourself in the path of danger. This is all I ask. Before you can say another word, the figure is gone. Hey, Ren? Are you still there? We've just been getting some static from you. Oh, don't mind me. Our new friend just stopped by to say hello. Whoa. I thought I saw you talking to someone down there. Are you okay? He told me to stay at the estate for the rest of the week, that I'd be safe there. Why would he tell me that? What the hell is that supposed to mean? He must have been threatening you, right? The plot thickens. Wayne trying to make me leave just means that we're on the right track. I'm not about to back down. Whoa, so brave. Heck yeah, Ren. We've got your back. To the mines! He looks like the other guy, except not as old. Hey there, can we help you with something? Have you fellas seen anything out of the ordinary lately? Like what? Have you seen any weird animals? Don't tend to go on many hikes. Not exactly the nature seeing type. After a full day of work, all I see is my bed. Maybe a few beers in between. Any odd noises in the woods? I heard something a few nights ago. Like nothing I've ever heard. Some unearthly beast. I'm telling you, Isaacs, you need to take a sick day. You need rest, man. He does. He looks sick. I've already taken a sick day this year. Can't afford to take any more if I want to take Christmas off. Tabitha. It can't be that bad here, right? Have you heard any knocking in the mines? Knocking? Not that I've heard. Can't hear shit down there with the machines and men working. My dad used to work these mines before they were bought in the continuous... Huh? My dad used to work these mines before they brought in the continuous miner. The big machine, that is. He told me stories about something that sounded like someone was pounding on the walls. No offense, Isaacs, but your daddy had a few screws loosed. Rodriguez. He was a fine man. Have people been getting sick? You a health inspector or something? Oh, sorry, wrong dude. You a health inspector or something? The boss looks out for our health. So on that front, thanks. Anything else? Wayne! Do you any of you know a man named Wayne? Wayne? Do you mean Sam Wayne? Well, what are you asking about him for? Wait, have you seen him? He's been following me. Oh, thank God. Everyone thought he was dead. Now, hold on. Creepy doesn't exactly sound like Wayne, does it? How do you know it was him? The name on his jacket, Wayne, just like yours says Smith. So do all of our jackets, but if I switch with Isaacs, that doesn't make me Isaacs. No, it's gotta be him. There's no way he's dead. He's hella dead. You really think he's running around town creeping on strangers and ignoring his friends and coworkers? Seems more likely to me that somebody took care of him, so to speak, and is running around in his clothes. Miners stand in silence for a moment, considering what they've just heard. That's not possible. That's ridiculous. This is messed up. But who would do something like that? I don't know. Why don't you ask his girlfriend? Yikes, do you think? No. No way. Just saying, he wasn't exactly the first fella to fall for charms. Lots of heartbreak in that woman's history. Lots of jilted ex-lovers, if you catch my drift. Dang, who are they talking about? I told him not to get involved with her. I told him. Who was Wayne seeing? Whoa now. If you don't know, there's no way I'm poking that wasp next. Forget we said anything. Yeah, I don't want to be next to the chopping block. He wasn't dating Tabitha. There's like no way. But I can't think of anybody else. Oh, what's the matter, baby? Are you upset? Come here. Wow. Come here. Come here, baby. Oh, hello, precious. Oh, baby. Press him. Come on, don't dangle something like that. Look, I just don't want to cause any trouble. Enough people are losing their jobs as is. I've got mouths to feed. Losing their jobs, and in Sam Wayne's case, disappearing. We've already said too much. Come on, boys. Isaacs, should we check in? Just as a heads up, the only group I still see out there is pretty close to the main office. It might still be worth talking to them, but I don't know if I can give you all that much of a warning if Tabitha comes out. I want to try and talk to one last group of miners. Good luck. Yes! Oh, they're both old guys! Going around asking questions, huh? You don't look like you. You don't look like you're from the inspector's office. Have you noticed anything strange around here lately? All kinds of weird stuff happens in these hills. What sort of weird do you mean? Any weird animal sightings? I saw a raccoon with a big old tumor last week. Spooked me something awful. That's nature for you. Not always pretty. Yeah, let's not spook the miners. Any noises from the woods? All the time. Howling, screaming, all sort of fiendish caterwauling. Probably just screech owls and bobcats, you old coot. Might be, might not be, but I heard something the other night that sent the fear of God shivering down my spine, I tell you. I saw the creatures that made that noise. Pale, hairless, and horribly misshapen with little twisted up faces. Two men stare at you, look at disquiet in their eyes. I ain't never heard anything like that up here. Damn, that almost sounds like a ditchling. My grandma used to tell me stories about them when I was a little kid. I guess it's not just my mom. Damn, I should have said the fucking ditchlings. Have you heard any knocking in the mines? You asking us if we heard the Tommyknockers? Of course we have. We're old timers. All of us who was here before the machine got brought in know the Tommyknockers. What a nuisance. Always stealing my hammers. I literally do not have a different voice for these men. You just have to figure it out. It's true. I had a pickaxe stolen too. And you heard knocking coming from one of the old tunnels? It was enough to make a man pray. Looks like I figured out what to do for my next video. You better not be thinking of going in those old mine shafts alone. I could always use a partner in crime. I'm gonna wind up going down there with you, aren't I? People getting sick? I mean, some of the old miners sure, but I wouldn't call that unusual. That's all on that front. Sure. I kind of want to ask him about Tabitha, but I also want to know about Sam. What do you think of the owner? Not the cunningest woman I've ever met. She runs the place alright. Tell that to all the boys she's been laying off lately. Keep going around saying that until you're one of them boys. All I have to say is a mine that's doing well doesn't go around laying off its workers for no reason. I'm not so sure any of us are going to have jobs in a few years. Tate, you're a damn fool. You're going to be next if you keep up that kind of talk. So be it, but a man needs to speak his mind sometimes. Alrighty, cool. Well, what can you tell me about Sam Wayne? Oh, he got himself into trouble, didn't he? Why, you seen him around? What's that young buck up to? I've heard from some of the other folks in camp that he had a nasty spat with an ex and disappeared not long after. You mean the boss? As far as I know, that never ended. Still audibly gasps. Yeah, I figured he'd just run off to live in that big mansion with his bill. The thought of that strapping young man like him with our sour-faced broad always left such a bad taste in my mouth. Oh my god, gross! As if you wouldn't fall on your knees if a woman of means showed the slight bit of interest in you. Or any woman at all. Fair enough. But I suppose this begs the question. Well, stop. It's okay. It's nothing. But I suppose this begs the question. Did she run him off, or did some jealous son of a bitch oust him? Wait, are you talking about Tabitha? Yup. Dang, I figured that's what they're getting at. It's weird to hear out loud. You good, Stella? Yeah, I just had no idea. That's all. Thanks for the help. Up later. If that one keeps bothering you, just let us know and we'll whip him into shape. Ren, I think we've got a problem. Stop! It's Tabitha! What the hell are you doing here? Ah, crap. Good luck. Sorry, Ren. And that's our cue. Pardon us. Oh! Cool. You shouldn't be here. This place is dangerous. Why can't you just stay in the estate and stop sticking your nose where it doesn't belong? And what is that ridiculous thing doing in your ears? Are you trying to record my employees? Are you trying to record me? No? Tabitha snatches the earbuds out of your ears and throws them onto the ground. Typical phone-addicted city dweller. Ugh. God, I have a meeting in 5 minutes. I can't even drive you back. Okay, look. I don't want you wandering around anywhere else. Just stay here for an hour. I can take you back to the estate as soon as my meeting wraps up. Can you please do that for me? Oh, she didn't know anything that's going on right now, though. Don't bring up Sam, though. That's not going to end well, is it? I need you to take what's going on right now seriously. I need you to take me seriously. And what, pray tell, do you think is going on that I'm not taking seriously? What monster of the week has Stella cooked up inside your head? That'll get her attention. I think that there might be a mine collapse soon. The creatures I saw last night are supposed to be some sort of portent of doom. I'm just doing whatever I can to keep people safe. Look, I get it. I really do. Stella has a knack for spinning people into hysterics over shadows. But the only credible threat to the miners right now is me not being able to do my job. Speaking of, I need to get to my meeting. Just stay here until I come get you and don't move a muscle. We can talk about whatever monsters you think you saw after I get the rest of this date behind me. Tabitha rushes off to her meeting. You stoop to the ground and pick up Kanika's earbuds. Sorry I wasn't able to give you a better warning. You good? Yeah, I'm good. Tabitha. You're interrupted by a sudden movement out of the corner of your eye. A girl carrying a bundle of snacks pops through a hole in the fence and disappears over the crest of a hill. Hey, I think I just saw Rosalina. Wait, really? What is she doing here? I'm going after her. Good idea. We'll try and catch up with you. You rush up the hill and get your bearings, the sound of active mining fading into the distance. Rosalina is nowhere to be found, but dusty footprints point towards a nearby mine. She didn't. I guess the old Maxwell place just doesn't cut it as a secret hangout spot these days. But the Shaw mine? That place was shut down like 100 years ago. After a collapse that killed over 100 people. And here I thought Stella was going to be the one to drag me into an abandoned coal mine. I guess we should go after her, right? Yep. Yeah, let's head in before someone gets hurt. Whoa. You sure you want to tag along, Neeks? Ren and I can handle this on our own. Yeah, I'm sure. As much as I hate confined spaces, I'm not about to let Rosalina get hurt in there. Or she could go get Tabitha. Even if it means I have to go underground. To the mines! Stella and Kanika disappear into the mines. Before you follow, you briefly wonder if you should let Tabitha know about this. Call her! You pull out your phone and dial your cousin. What is it? You know I'm in a meeting. A kid just snuck into the Shaw mine. I figured you should know. What? Are you serious? Why do these things keep happening to me? Ugh, whatever. I'll head over there as soon as I can. Just stay where you are and wait for me, alright? God, I don't even know why I'm trying to reason with you. It's not like you'll listen. The thing about Tabitha, I think a lot of people in the game are put off by her grouchy... What is that in the tree? Anyway, as I was saying, are put off by her, like, grouchy exterior, but she really does get the impression that she just, like, wants everything to just kind of chill out a little. That sounds so mean! But we're going in the mine, so... I called you as a courtesy, but I'm not going to wait around for you. Oh, you actually can wait for her. Okay. I swear to God. I'm sorry, but my mind's made up. You hang up the call. Follow Kanika and Stella into the mine. You take a deep breath and follow your new friends into the mine. Rip Tabitha. The inside of the mine is warmer than you'd expected, the air thick and wet. The ceiling hangs much lower than you are tall, forcing you and your companions to hunch over, your legs bent in a painful squat as you begin to navigate its maze of corridors. Hey, you made it! I told you she would. I just wanted to make a quick call and give Tabitha the 411. You didn't! I was hoping we'd be able to get Rosalina out here without anyone calling the cops on her. Or us. Tabitha better not try to have us arrested for trespassing. Oh, I wouldn't worry about her calling the cops. I've stuck into the mines a dozen of times, and she's never called the cops on me. That's because you two have a weird thing. I'm pretty sure Tabitha actively hates me, and believe me, the feeling is extremely mutual. Well, what matters is that the gang's all here. We'll find Rosalina in no time. Press on. The deeper you progress into the mine, the heavier the air becomes. Coal dust hangs in thick clouds around you, even though this place was abandoned over a century ago. Jesus, it's cramped down here. Does anyone else's chest feel tight? Yeah, abandoned mines are way more claustrophobic than people expect them to be. And this one's real bad, because of the child miners. Or should I say, the minor miners. Kanika visibly shudders. Okay, I'm not superstitious, but if there's one way to make... Jesus Christ. Okay, I'm not superstitious, but if there's one way to make sure you get haunted, it's cracking jokes about dead child laborers while walking on their graves. What can I say? I do my best to tempt the spirits wherever I go. I actually snuck down here a few times to try and get some good footage. Part of my ghost hunting phase. Jesus, Stella. Things you do for your viewers. Did you find anything? I wish. If any place in Scarlet Hollow was actually haunted, it'd be this mine. Hands down. But all I got was dust in my lungs and a couple of false alarms. Stella pauses as sound rushes overhead. Oh my God. What was that? The mine's going to collapse and we're all going to die down here, aren't we? Stella sighs longingly. That's just how the wind sounds down here. You sound so disappointed. It just brings back memory of my last foray into these depths. Every time I thought I'd finally find a spooky ghost, there'd wind up being a very unghostly explanation. Like local wildlife, for instance. Stella turns her flashlight up towards an alcove overhead. Say, what's the big idea? Yeah, we were sleeping here. Shut that light off, you nosy bastards. Those guys got me real good last time I was here alone. Oh my god, there are bats down here. I'm gonna get rabies, aren't I? I'm gonna get rabies and die in a mine collapse. You're holding up okay, Neeks? Yeah, sorry, I'm just a little on edge. Kanika is stopped mid-sentence by a thunderous knock echoing from deeper in the mine. Okay, well, what was that? That was... I have no idea what that was. Did that sound like knocking to you guys? We should hurry and find Rosalina. Yeah, agreed. The sooner we get out of this death trap, the better. Gosh, I wonder if those sounds are Tommyknockers. Okay, no. Tommyknockers are not real. They're not allowed to be real. Are you trying to give me a panic attack? I'd love to spend some extra time poking around down here. Maybe it's got something to do with the mystery. Stella? You need to get serious here. The three of you are interrupted by a second, much less distant sound of a can being popped open. Okay, now that wasn't Tommyknockers. It came from this way. Follow me. Follow Stella, I guess. You and Kanika follow Stella further into the mine. You breathe a sigh of relief as the tight passageways give way to a small cavern. A group of teens turn and stares at you with annoyance. Really? Only that one seems to look annoyed. What the hell are you all doing in here? What the hell are you doing in here, you creeps? Are you stalking us? Yeah, creeps. Shut the fuck up, bitch. That was uncalled for on my end. I'm sorry. I just said that, Alexis. If I wanted an echo, I'd yell into the Grand Canyon. What are you guys even doing down here? This is the most miserable place I've ever been in my entire life. And I've been to the Scarlet Estate. This place isn't miserable. It's cool and rad. What is this, the fucking 80s? Who the hell are you exactly? That's Ren, Tabby's cousin. Rosalina, your dad is worried sick about you. And if you ask me, he was right to worry. Why the hell would you think hanging out in an old mine was a good idea? Is the Maxwell place not dangerous enough? Because no one usually comes in here, duh. Everyone knows we hang out at the Maxwell place now, so we had to find a new hideout. Which you instantly found, so I guess we have to find an even more secluded place where we can just be ourselves. I can't believe your dad sent people to follow you, Rosalina. That's messed up. I think that qualifies as harassment. You're right, Becca. It is messed up. I don't need him telling me where I can be. You could at least check in so he knows you're not dead. He loves you and worries about you. He's really not asking for much. Don't your kids have school tomorrow anyways? It's fall break. And we're not kids. Yes, you are. It's so cute when teenagers say that. But, like, you're kids. Like, you're not little kids and, like, should be treated with a tiny bit more maturity, but, like, you're still kids. Yeah, we're teens. Are those canned strawberry margaritas? Where'd you even get those? The teens avoid eye contact. Miles tries to melt into the cavern wall. Oh, no. I know that isn't you, Miles. It better not be you. Yeah, whatever. It's me. What are you even doing down here? Becca's right. Sounds to me like you're stalking and harassing and all that. You're supposed to be minding the store. It's not like anyone even comes in on Tuesdays, and Mom's there, so it's fine. I start uncomfortably around the cavern as Kanika tears into her brother. It's not fine. It's extremely not fine. I'm gonna sneeze. Excuse me. Okay, you know what? Give me one second. Stretch time. And I grabbed this bottle of water. Why do I always have to be the responsible one? Do you know what I would give to be as carefree as you? I left school so you could have a chance to live your life, and this is what you're doing with it? What would Dad think if he could see you? What would Dad think if he could see this? Stealing booze from the family store to dig around in an abandoned mine. Dad's dead, Kanika. But if he were here, he'd be disappointed you wound up being such a bossy jerk. Who cares if we're having canned margaritas somewhere no one's supposed to bother us? Miles, don't try and twist this around on your sister. You're down here drinking with kids as young as 13. That's messed up. Whatever. Hey, don't talk about us like we aren't here. I will do what I want, Missy. Yeah, we can hear you. Alexis, don't butt in. I'm trying to make a point. We're perfectly capable of taking care of ourselves. We don't need a bunch of sad 20-somethings telling us where we can be or what we can do. Sad 20-somethings? Hey, I'm not sad. Where'd you get that idea? Running a clickbaity YouTube channel where you run around the woods chasing nothing is extremely sad. Anyway, my dad is actually a foreman at this continuous mining facility, and he says they only abandoned this area because there wasn't enough coal left. Not because it was dangerous or anything, so we can hang out here anytime we want. Tabitha! Please! Correction, your father was a foreman at the continuous mining facility. We'll see if he even has a job tomorrow morning. What? Oh, shit. Oh, hey, Dabby. Kanika sighs. It's probably for the best that she's here. Do none of you understand what a boarded up mine entrance is supposed to mean? It means it's closed, condemned, not fit for human use. Oh, come on. This place is way sturdy. Check it out. The teen with the beanie jumps up and What the fuck am I even saying? The teen with the beanie jumps up and slaps a strut on the ceiling. Oh, was that the knocking we were hearing earlier? Oh my god, Zane, cut it out. You're embarrassing us. I'm sorry for Zane's behavior. I don't think he realizes how extremely 8th grade it is to jump up and hit things. Nah. Boys still do that in high school, man. Well, they still do it in their 20s. No offense, Rosalina. None taken. The other 8th graders are totally immature. Not like you, Rosalina. You're chill. And smart, too. Enough! The damage is already done. Now leave! I'm tired of people in this town dragging my cousin headlong into danger. I can't believe I actually agree with Tabitha about anything, but this is the worst place I've ever been in my entire life, and I'd like to see the sun again before I die. Oh, come on, you guys. Maybe it's not a big deal. We used to do dangerous stuff all the time, and I still do dangerous stuff now. Where did that leave us, Stella? Your dog died. I mean, I don't like this particular situation with the whole ditchling thing, but outside of that, who are we to tell them where they can hang out? It is technically trespassing on private property. I don't know who you think you are in this situation, Stella, but I own this mine. It is entirely within my rights to tell them to leave, much like it is entirely within my rights to tell you to leave. Was your lifetime ban from my mines not a clear enough message for you? Hell yeah, Tabitha, tear her to shreds. Tabitha shoots back a furious glare. Look, we just wanted to give Rosalina a good time. Her life sucks right now. Yeah, tell him how you have to live, Rosalina. We've been living in the library for the past couple weeks. Dad says we can't stay at our house. They've got a hot plate and a couple cots in one of the back rooms. It's actually a pretty sick setup. No, it isn't, Zane. Rosalina deserves better. You know what? No, we're not going to embarrass the 12-year-old. You keep what Pixel told you earlier to yourself. I don't care about your home life. If you're going to do your underage drinking, go do it in the woods. Just get off my property. Tabitha. Look, Rosalina, I'm sure Oscar has a good reason for all that. He's a good guy and he cares about you. He thinks our house is haunted. Oh, no, not this again. And I should care because it's such a bullshit excuse. I bet he couldn't afford it anymore and is lying to you to save face. What a coward. I will bitch slap you. I don't care if you're a child. Becca, I don't think you can, say that about other people's families. Isn't that, bullying or something? Shut up, Zane. Don't worry, my brain just needed to reboot for a second. Oscar actually invited us to check it out when we saw him earlier today. It could make for a fun, non-abandoned coal mine related activity. Just throwing that out there. There's no ghost, Stella. It would be cool if there was, but Becca's right. I just wish he would be honest with me and tell me what's really going on. It's like he doesn't think I can handle it. Like I'm still a little kid. Ugh, you're all children and none of you realize how good you have it. Back in the day, each and every one of you would be pulling 12-hour shifts in this exact mine. If it weren't for child labor laws, the 5 of you might actually have some actual character. Exactly. Rosalina's not that mature anyways. She still sleeps with stuffed animals. Well, I'll have you know, I'm in my mid-20s and I still sleep with stuffed animals too, so fuck you. That doesn't mean she's not mature. I still have pork chop, you know. I rest my case. Wait, what did you say about child labor? I'm not gonna weigh in on this. This is between you and your dad, and the two of you should talk about it anywhere that isn't here. I couldn't agree more. Yeah, if Rosalina's house is haunted, we should break in and, ghost bust it or something. Sounds pretty rad to me. Whatever gets you delinquents out of my mind. Oh my god, Zane. You can't ghost bust if there is no ghost. And also, Rosalina lives there. She can't break into her own house. There's no ghost that you know of. I bet we could figure out how to bust it if it's actually real. And if it isn't real, well, problem solved. You know, Rosalina, you could always stay over at my house until Stella ghost busts your place. We have a finished basement with a pull-out couch. Why are we talking about this like it's a thing? It's not a thing. There is no ghost. I don't care, and I can't believe I wasted this much time trying to argue with children. I'm washing my hands of this and calling the cops. Feel free to leave before they show up. You hear that, Miles? We're leaving. I suggest the rest of you kids leave this empty mine before someone gets black lung, gets crushed by rocks, and remains any one of many terrible fates people tend to meet in abandoned mines. Kanika is interrupted by a pair of thunderous knocks. That wasn't me, I swear. Then what was it? Come on, Stella, didn't you have a whole list of perfectly natural explanations for scary mine noises? It's Tommy knockers. For sure. I know this isn't why we came down here, but we've gotta check it out. Stella! I know, but weird stuff's been happening around here the past few days. What if this is our actual chance to get an actual solid lead? The stakes couldn't be higher. Do you have no sense of self-preservation? I want you out of here, Stella. Oh, come on, Tabby. You can come along, too. If you guys are going after something spooky, count me in. Nobody is going deeper into the mine. Nobody's staying in the mine. You're all leaving. Please listen to Tabitha before my heart gives out. It'll be fun, Neeks. It will not. I'm having fun. This is also a lot longer than I thought it was going to be. You hear something over the sound of Stella pleading with Kanika and Tabitha. Something like the shuffling of feet on stone and the whispering of mischievous teens. You turn to see Becca and Alexis gone, and Rosalina anxiously hovering in front of a small tunnel in the cavern wall. She freezes as you notice her. Don't go in that hole. Okay, sorry guys, I'm gonna hang back. I knew you weren't cool enough to hang out with us, Rosalina. Come on, Alexis, we'll have more fun without her. Oh, alright. Are you kidding me? Rosalina, what were you thinking? What were they thinking? I don't know. I'm so sorry. Unbelievable. Well, Kanika, maybe if you weren't so scared of the dark or whatever, you would have noticed them sneak off. I noticed them sneak off, and I've been zoning out the whole time we've been here. The hole is also right in front of you. Ugh, they must have squeezed through that child-sized tunnel. Yeah. Dang, I've always wondered where that goes. Never been able to get these hips through there. Stella, stop sneaking into my mines. Please, I am literally begging you. If only all of the tunnels down here were wide enough for adults, we would already be done with this little mess. But no, there just have to be remnants from a bygone era. Didn't you just talk about how child labor was the good old days a minute ago? I was trying to get you to leave my mine. Becca shouts back from the other end of the tunnel. We're not about to let you come in here and ruin our good time. The mine is safe. I've been here 1,000,000 times. Yeah, if Becca says we're safe, then we're totally safe. Also, sorry, Rosalina. I'll see you tomorrow. Whatever. Come on, Alexis. I know a cool spot this way. Okay, I think I know where that tunnel rejoins the rest of the mines. I'll go look for them, and I want each and every one of you to take note of the fact that I'm doing that. If those idiots get themselves lost and die, I'm not letting their families sue me into the ground. Are those really your priorities right now? Yeah. Do you have a problem with that? I want the rest of you out of my mine. Except for you, Ren. I'm not letting you out of my... I'm just in love with Tabitha. She's so funny, and I feel like she's trying... I feel like... I think she really does care about your character. And... she's trying her best. Except for you, Ren. I'm not letting you out of my sight. Yeah, sure. I could never fit in that tunnel anyways. They've crossed a barrier that I cannot, so my time here is up. But only because Stella promised me a ghost hunt tomorrow. Whatever. I still have to do my dailies anyway, and the service down here sucks. What about you, girl? Are you sure you don't want me to come along? Maybe I could help you get Becca and Alexis to leave. Don't make me ask you twice. They'll be fine, Rosalina. I think your dad would kill me if he let you stay down here any longer. Okay, can I at least wait outside? Yeah, we can wait outside together. No, you're not about to weasel your way into this, Stella. Oh, come on, Tabby. I've been down here a ton. I can totally help out. Tabitha sighs. Did her and Tabitha used to date? Or does Stella just have a crush on Tabitha? Ugh, there's no getting rid of you, is there? Fine, I won't waste my time arguing. Nope. Alright, let's do this. Sure. Let's not linger any longer than we have to, shall we? I'll see you on the other side. Hopefully soon. For sure, we won't be long. Cool, can't wait to bust some ghosts tomorrow. Tell Alexis I'm sorry. But not Becca. Becca needs to get slapped. Kanika, Miles, Zane, and Rosalina head toward the entrance of the mines, leaving you, Tabitha, and Stella to find the remaining teams. Alright, no dawdling. We should be able to catch up with them if we go this way. You and Stella exchange a glance as Tabitha ventures forward. Venture deeper into the mine. As the three of you move deeper into the mine, you hear echoes of conversation bounce across the walls. Becca, why are we doing this again? I thought you thought Tabitha was, like, really cool. Why are you trying to get her all mad? We're doing this because Tabitha is really cool. She doesn't let anyone boss her around, so we can't just let her boss us around. That's not how this works, buddy. Aw, you hear that, Tabby? Someone thinks you're cool. I can't believe oh, shit. I can't believe she used to hang out with a nobody like Stella. No, don't make that face. Hey! I don't know. I think Stella's kind of cool. I like that River Runner video. Oh, come on. She doesn't even have a sponsor. What kind of YouTuber doesn't have a sponsor? I mean, not yet, but I'm in talks with Meat Rice, and I have plenty from ads and donations. It's dumb, Meat Rice, that's a big deal. Can I do both of them? I want to do both of them. That feels a little mean, though. How does it feel to have a teen girl think you're cool, Tabitha? Feel nothing about it. The opinions of children don't interest me. I don't know. You kind of hesitated there. You're reading into things that aren't there, Stella. Just because your livelihood revolves around what people think of you doesn't mean I care what people think of me. Congratulations on your sponsor, though. Dang, Stella. Meat Rice? That's a big deal. They're on, like, every big podcast. Thank you, thank you. It feels like a really big step for the channel. I'm just glad they're not gossiping about me. Yeah, I know they're just teens, but some of that stuff's stung. Another knock, closer, interrupts your thoughts, followed by another, followed by another. Is it just me, or is that knocking coming from the same direction as those kids? It's not just you. I really don't like that knocking. Calm down, Alexis. It's just mind sounds. Did you see that? No, it was just a shadow. There's no reason to freak out. Becca, I swear I saw something. Shut up. There's nothing down here. Stop trying to scare me. What did they see? Tommy knockers. It's not Tommyknockers. They're probably just jumping at their own shadows. You said it yourself, Stella. As soon as they got deeper into the mine, their bravado in the face of authority would vanish into a puff of smoke. It's probably just rocks falling somewhere deeper in the mine, which is also bad for obvious reasons. Are we sure the tunnel they went through is going to make back up with us? That is a... that is not a good, It's a bad angle for her. Yes, I'm familiar with all the old maps of this place. There should be a central chamber not too far from here, where everything joins back up. We're getting closer. Let's keep moving. As you progress deeper into the mine, the knocking grows more frequent. It's still distant, but it's much louder than before. The tunnel ends abruptly in front of you. A century-old ladder is the only way forward. In the darkness beyond, you can still hear the echoes of terrified teens, their panicked arguing bouncing back down the pitch-black corridors. Becca, you need to leave. This isn't fun anymore. This is plenty fun. I bet you're only saying that because you want to hang out with that dorky crush of yours. She's just an 8th grader. Becca, this isn't about Rosalina. I know you can hear that knocking. And here we are. The tunnel they crawled through passes through the chamber below, and it sounds like they're still down there. I've never been this far in. Congratulations, Stella. You got what you wanted. Tabitha crawls up to the ladder and disappears over its edge. Alright, let's do this. Into the hole! Stella hoists herself over the edge and begins to climb down. Follow them down into the pit. You walk up to the ladder and climb down. Hey, kids! Oh, great, the adults are here. Thanks, Alexis. Real nice. Alexis, you're so much braver than you think you are. You don't need to let Becca kick you around. Excuse you? No, excuse you, Becca. I don't want to be down here. I don't want to hang out with you. I just want to leave, and I'm going to do that right now. Whatever. This isn't fun anymore. Fine, we'll leave. Then do it. Leave. Now. Whoa, good job. As Becca and Alexis move towards the ladder, the black chamber before you draws your focus. The voices around you, those of the teens and your companions, sound odd, distant. Step forward. There's something in the darkness before you that's much louder, but you don't hear it. Walk towards it. You don't hear it, but you can feel it in your chest. A desperate need to perceive and be perceived. Wrap yourself in the darkness of the pit. Hey, are you alright, Ren? Bear witness. What do you think you're doing? Get away from there. Your cousin dives toward you, but not before the light from your phone illuminates the chamber. Ren, are you alright? Oh, thank God you're alive. It looked like you had a seizure or something, and then you and Tabby just conked out. I'm fine. Ugh. You can barely open your eyes. You're not fine. Neither of you move a muscle. I don't want you straining yourselves while you're still recovering from whatever that was. I'm getting the kids out of here, and then I'm going to get you both some help. I'll be back soon, I promise. You fade back out of consciousness as your companion clambers out of the pit, intent on your rescue. Don't worry, we can't die, we're the MC. What the fuck? You raise up on your elbows, head still swimming from the visions, your surroundings now coming back into focus. Your head throbs as the knocking continues, now magnitudes more intense than ever. You You can't help but notice the timber struts around you trembling, as if they were being struck by invisible blows with each knock. They're all to stand between you and the many tons of rock over your head, and they suddenly seem terribly fragile. God, the knocking is not helping my headache. What the hell just happened? I have some sort of vision. Did you see it too? There's gotta be fumes or something down here. It's an old mine. These places are death traps. We're probably just hallucinating. How can you be sure? Look, this kind of thing happens in mines sometimes, especially when there's bad ventilation. Stop being weird. We're leaving. The entire cavern shakes with the sound of rock fall. I don't know what the hell is up with this knocking, but that is the sound of a mine collapse. Quick, up that ladder. I'm like hell! Oh, she's wearing a skirt. I thought she was wearing pants for some reason. This way, come on. Because it moves with the kind of swiftness you'd expect from someone who spent her entire working life in and around coal mines. Follow it. You push your body to move as quickly as it can, though you've slowed down by the cramped corridors and winding passageways of the mine. Then comes the sound of splintering wood. You pick up the pace. The entrance is so close. Push through. And there it is. Freedom. You and Tabitha manage to squeeze through the entrance just as the walls of the mine come crashing down. Excuse me. Does that mean she dies? If you don't? Holy shit, you're okay. Thank God. And everyone's accounted for. That was a surprisingly close call. We could have all died in there. What did you weirdos do? Everything was fine until you adults showed up. Becca, shut up. What did you just say to me? I said you should shut up. I'm sick of your two-faced bullshit. They didn't almost get us killed down there. You did. And now you're trying to pass it off on whoever else you can. It's just a cherry on top of this whole shit show of a friendship. I'm really not in a good headspace for this conversation. I could have died in there. Why are you doing this to me? No, enough. No playing the victim this time. Being friends with Rosalina has made me realize how horrible you are to me. Friends aren't supposed to be mean to each other. Friends shouldn't be scared of each other. I never wanted to go into that stupid mine. It was your idea and we could have died. If these grown-ups hadn't shown up, we could have been buried alive in that stupid little tunnel drinking stupid strawberry margaritas in a can. Screw all of you. Should we go after her? No, let her have her little tantrum. Did that feel good, Alexis? Finally telling her off? Yeah, I guess. She's gonna be so mad at me. She probably won't talk to me for a week, maybe a month, maybe the rest of my life. It's okay, Alexis. We don't need her. What do we do now? Now I drive you two home. I've already texted your parents, and I'm sure they're worried sick about you. Oh wait, is it nighttime? Oh no, that's just the tree. Oh no, it is dark in the background. Rosalina and Alexis duck off to the side as an exhausted Tabitha approaches your group. I'm going to get my car, and then we're going home. Tabitha leads towards the active mine without another word, and you're afforded a quiet moment to catch up with Stella and Kanika. There was a stone carving on the wall of that pit. It gave me some sort of vision. I saw what happened to this place. Are you sure it wasn't just an auto-suggestion? We talked about that line a lot today. I don't know, Neeks. You weren't down there. Ren and Tabby had, like, simultaneous seizures next to a creepy stone carving. It was like something out of a movie. Just because they passed out or had seizures doesn't mean it wasn't auto-suggestion. Everything that happened down there centered around that main chamber, where I saw that carving. Stella showed me a photo. Weird stuff. Yeah, really weird. I saw something down there, like the shadows of dead miners. They were right behind Stella just before you all left. Did you not see them? Whoa, I didn't see anything other than you in that carving. That's super weird. I don't want to doubt what you experienced, but you were deep in a dark abandoned coal mine. You might have just been primed to see those things. You know, now that I think about it, that totally fits the profile for some of the Tommyknocker stories. What if they're actual bona fide ghosts? Stella. Are you sure those were Tommyknockers? Depends on what you mean by sure. Is anyone really sure of anything? They fit the description pretty well, and I don't know what else they'd be. I have no idea what happened in there. I need to do some reading on mind collapses, I guess. We sure dodged a bullet tonight, didn't we? Yeah, thank God you noticed them sneaking off. You were incredible down in the pit, too. What happens now? It looks like Tabitha's back. I'd better drive these kids home. Come on, let's get back to the estate. It's been a long day, and I need it to be over. I'll see you tomorrow. Okay, Ren? Excuse me. I just stopped trying to get my cousin killed, Stella. Come on, let's go. Tabitha starts walking to her car, pulling you by your arm. See you tomorrow, guys! You can practically feel Tabitha roll her eyes as she drags you to the car. Tabitha doesn't say a word as the car cuts along the darkened road. You try to keep an eye on the surrounding wilderness as she drives, wary of what may lurk behind the tree line. Sorry about today. It's fine. How are you holding up? I've been better. Why do you treat Stella like that? Didn't you two used to be friends? It was a different time in my life. I just wish she'd get that we're not in high school anymore. I'm a different person than whoever she thinks she knows. You and Kanika really don't seem to get along. She pushes my buttons. Is there some kind of history there, or... No, now quit talking. I need to focus on the road. At least everyone's okay. There are a lot of parents who should have kept tighter reins on their kids. I never got into any trouble like this when I was a teen, and I had Pearl Ann to thank for it. Hated it at the time, but the strictness paid off. What am I telling you this for? You can tell me stuff. I'd like to know more about you, and about Pearl Ann, for that matter. Maybe later this week. I don't have the energy to get into it right now, but I think I'd like that. You remain silent. I've got to focus on the road. Ride in silence. Your eyes wander back to the tree line as you and Tabitha slink back into silence. You once again cross the threshold into the estate, the musty stench of the decaying mansion greeting you with its undertones of mildew and wood rot. Well, this day was a lot more stressful than it needed to be, but at least nobody got hurt. I'm going to bed. I suggest you do the same. Thanks for calling me about those kids, by the way. It was unexpected. You should have waited for me. I'm too tired to argue. I'll see you in the morning. Tabitha turns and makes her way up the stairs. Turn in. You head up to your room to turn in. You collapse in Tabitha's dusty guest bed, your head empty of thoughts. After your time in the Shaw mine, you barely even notice the dust. Your phone buzzes on the table. Y'all, these are those things, right? Kanika sends a picture of a pair of ditchlings by the side of a road. I saw them again too. Another picture, this time of them staring from a tree. What the fuck? These things are definitely not handless monkeys or raccoons or whatever. I don't know what the hell they are. I guess there's more to them being here than the mine collapse. No way I'm sleeping tonight. You think about looking at the guest room window, but at this point, you're too exhausted to leave your bed. The adrenaline from this evening is finally wearing off, replaced by a creeping exhaustion that threatens to overwhelm you. Your limbs feel heavy, your eyelids slipping down over your eyes even as you stare down at the ominous pictures on your phone. If it weren't for the pit of dread balling in your stomach, you would almost feel comfortable as you settle in between the covers, your tired bones slinking into the decrepit mattress. When you close your eyes, you see the shadowy figures that gathered behind Stella in the mines. Your thoughts are drawn to the carving on the wall and to the visions it imparted upon you. Your eyes shoot back open, your heart pounding as the door to your room swings open. Oh, hello! Just the cat. It's always just the cat. Don't read into this. The women kicked me out. I just want a warm place to sleep. It's nice to see another living being, even one as unfriendly as Tabitha's cat. The comfort of her presence sets your mind at ease, and you finally slip into a deep sleep. Ooh! There's a basement. Oh. That's not freaky at all. This is the end of episode 2. Episode 3 waits. Proceed if you dare. Saving. Though I think that is where I will leave it. 2.5 hours. That's not bad. Anyway, I got distracted. Thanks for watching, and you have